is going to get things done.
Winner from Hermosa Beach, California,
And also, we are going to get everybody on the golf course, you would imagine, by the completion of today. So still some sprinkles in the air. And after the longest of waits, Andrea Lee, Yealimi Noh, Se-Young Kim are going to get their round started. It's Andrea Lee coming off a 5-under par 67 yesterday. I'm Will Haskett with Amanda Blumenhurst. We've got Amy Rogers and Angela Stanford on the golf course with us. It has been a long day, partner. I can't imagine how long the wait has been for this trio that probably arrived on the golf course right before the first horn and have been waiting around all day to get things revved up.
That beautiful swing from our group.
Lily Vu and Leona McGuire are like, well, wait a second. We haven't heard a horn. Are we allowed to putt? And they're watching Andrea Lee and now Yealimi Noh fire it down the fairway. So
I'd be waiting for
they want to play golf. They're ready to go. Yealimi needs a really good score. Cut has moved to -2 right before the horn blew, so she's going to need a round of 66 this evening and tomorrow.
And rounding off Group 40, please.
Well, they went ahead of the horn, but they're in the fairway. And Andrea Lee having one of her better seasons. 12th on tour in scoring and strokes gained total, and top 30 in CME points. You can see how saturated that fairway was. That was a sloppy mess of a divot, but a good result.
And that's where having the fairway or the green be a little bit softer really helped.
Man,
Andrea.
You guys quit talking. We can't hear Mike.
Will, you were asking about
Up and down round for her, and that'll be for a round of 70 to get to the weekend at -3. And now Yealimi Noh. Good conditions to be more of a picker of the golf ball. You can see her kind of sweep that right off the wet grass, and a beautiful shot and a chance for Noh. And she needs a lot of birdies in this second round, and a good look 3 over. And Lexi is 3 under heading to the weekend. Back to 10 green and Andrea Lee's birdie effort.
It's going to be very fast. We saw the greens might slow down just a tad with the amount of moisture, but they were rolling so quick.
Okay, so is this
today.
Are these people typically say, okay, softer conditions better for scoring? Do you think this is a more scoreable golf course now, or is it so saturated that especially for a shorter player it becomes more difficult? Would you rather be on this golf course right now, or would you rather have been on the golf course that these ladies played yesterday morning?
Locations be a little bit more aggressive. The greens maybe being a tad slower because they got really fast yesterday. I also would rather be this wave just in the fact that, yes, they've been sitting around for a long time, but they haven't been in and out, warming up over and over again, having the 11-hour days out on the golf course.
And now Yealimi Noh really can't play very conservative, you would think, in this entire round of golf tonight and tomorrow. Knows she's going to have to shoot a low one. Maybe it starts with this one. That's a beautiful birdie start. Worth birdie on her first hole of the day for Yealimi Noh. Gets her the honor on the tee here at 11. Back into the fairway as we're back now to 11 and Andrea Lee. Just darts right now. To save her par and stay at -7, and Yealimi Noh trying to go back-to-back. And she does.
Well, she took some notes from Minji Lee with the putter change, doing that broomstick putter. Minji Lee, we talked about so much yesterday on her putting stats.
We get in tonight again. Sunset is a little less than an hour from right now, and with these clouds overhead, we're not going to have a ton of daylight, so we'll be chasing as many holes as possible. I don't think Yealimi Noh wants the sun to go down anytime soon. Birdie, birdie start, and now a par 5 in front of her. Just avoids the bunker. And back on the tee, Andrea Lee. A couple of pars to start her round. At the 12th, low-lying sort of area. Looks as if Andrea Lee's got some casual water issues back in the fairway as well that she's going to remove herself from. It's one of the lower lying parts of the property and get away from the squishy stuff.
Yeah, it's quite a bit more squishy out here this afternoon after this third bout of rain that we've dealt with. The course finally having its fill of water after not getting much rain in this area over the last few weeks or so. So yeah, really starting to see the impact of the water on the course this afternoon that we didn't see earlier today. All three members of this group laying up just short of this green, and Andrea Lee will be the first to go here. She's got about 75 yards to this pin. It's tucked over on the right side of this green, just over that bunker. She does have a nice angle to this hole from where she is on the left side of this fairway.
Talking about that Evian win for Grace Kim. Andrea Lee was in the mix in that championship as well, ended up tied for 5th.
Now the last to play here on the far edge of the left side of this fairway. Really good angle.
And that will be the first of the 3 birdie looks as she's trying to make all the way to the top of that slope. Back over to 12, and Noh for a hat trick. Fitting, isn't it? Kind of difficult par 4 to start. Really good par 3, make birdies on both of them, and then you can't take care of business on the par 5. What a sport. Andrea Lee now.
Just a few feet ahead of where we saw Noh putting from a moment ago. So we got a nice read on this one. Knows that it's up the hill, and saw Noh's break off to the left here. So with a nice opportunity.
Andrea is a very good putter. That was a little uncharacteristic of her. It seemed a little quick.
It's actually darker outside than it looks thanks to the lenses on our cameras. So there, if you had that on your bingo card, you can go ahead and check that off, folks. But as we watch Yealimi Noh here, it's easy to say it's harder to read greens. What was one element of losing daylight that made it the trickiest on you trying to play?
I definitely would be putting. It would be because if you can see, okay, I'm gonna aim at a tree in the distance. That shouldn't be too challenging. Iron shots, depth perception does get a little difficult, but you know the number, you can trust it. It was for me on the greens, not being able to see the breaks or even judge really the distance that well.
The most accurate driver on the LPGA Tour is in the middle of your screen right here, Andrea Lee. I jinxed her, didn't I?
One of the few fairways she ever misses.
Oh, about 10 minutes or so away from official sunset here. These players want to play as much as possible. Andrea Lee did stay in the fairway, so didn't put the hex on her off the tee.
Yeah, the player who leads the tour in driving accuracy found another one here at 13. 143 to the front of the screen, 162 to the hole. And this pin over on the right side, or I'm sorry, the left side today.
When you're
147 to the hole.
Thanks to Titleist for that tour. Leona McGuire is going to play the 18th hole tomorrow. It won't be today. They did blow the horn while we were away, so you have the option of finishing the hole that you are on. And that's what our group is doing here at the 13th hole. That one just slides a little bit short for Andrea Lee.
ball? Yeah. Okay.
So they're not going to hit approach shots up at 14, but they are going to finish putting at 13, it would appear. Yealimi Noh.
Yeah, this group had a quick discussion, decided that they would go ahead and finish out. I think it helps. There's a huge digital leaderboard that's illuminating the screen, making it a little easier for this group to go ahead and putt out.
Bam.
Oh, what a way to finish.
How about that to build off of tonight? Knows that she needs a good round and gets 3 quick birdies to sort of reset. Wait a second now, I can do this coming back.
At -9. So as we said, because of the delays, the afternoon wave still hasn't teed off. You see world number 2, Nelly Korda, playing in this event for the first time. Morgan and I are joined by Tom Abbott, who's out and about, and Karen Stupples is out on the golf course as well. So these are the tough days, aren't they, Morgan? You're stopping, you're starting again.
You just have to really dial in your patience. Plus, when you're...
We'll see getting their second round started. Here's Nelly. She would love to keep that trend going of different winners, no repeat winners in 2025. She's yet to win this year. But a good start for her, 67.
Good start yesterday, and it's just like you really have to mentally prepare. You know you're not going to finish the round today. You know you could get called in again. You see those dark clouds in the distance. And you just have to really focus on what's right in front of other links courses.
And it helps if you don't even have to putt.
Yeah, but
like
you
Karen
hole
on
out
Sunday,
twice
sure.
in the First 2 holes on Sunday.
Speaking of AIG Women's Open champs, this is the first start for Miyu Yamashita since she won at Porthcawl. Picks right up where she left off. She took that lead on Friday. She had the better end of the weather on that day, but never lost the lead the entire weekend.
Exceptionally impressive performance. Kind of felt like she had been knocking on the door for a little while.
Dale champion from 2004. Here's Miranda Wang at 16 for birdie. Okay, so Miranda, who got into the final group on Saturday in Mexico, just a few starts into her LPGA career. She may be, well, she certainly will be playing late.
Okay, the scoring is today, Grant. Definitely out there for the taking. And then who knows, those playing tomorrow morning as well. It's going to be a while before this cut is made.
This is Wang, the co-leader at 17. And a great chance to take the lead outright. Now, Sackstrom's playing the par 5 18th. We'll check in on her in just a sec. And before the horn, this was the leader, Miranda Wang, with her third at the par 5.
See if she can control the spin here to this left tier. One of the best you're going to see today. And I did